SFH, Still Fucking Here, is a clothing and apparel brand built to change the world. We are survivors, warriors, and fighters. We are tenacious, relentless, and vigilant. We've been through hell and made it out the other side, and now we are determined to spend our lives giving back to those who need help in their fight. Whether you're a cancer survivor, recovering addict, a survivor of an abusive relationship, someone who has fought to gain control of their health, or a wounded vet such as myself, or simply someone that is fighting a battle and proud of how far you've come, we are with you. 50% of all net proceeds from our brand will be given back to those that need it most, and this will be for the life of our company. Join us in our mission. Buy some awesome gear like this, wear it proudly, spread the word. We are in this together. We are still fucking here. I end up feeling a need, like I feel like I'm...
Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Miller Motorsports Xfinity Series here in the Relentless Racing League. Tonight we got the kickoff for the round of 12, the first race of round of 12 that is, here at good old Hotlanta, the OG Atlanta. Old style Atlanta, non-super familiar race, that's why it might look a little bit different. 12 drivers left remaining in the playoffs here tonight to duke it out for these next two races to get into the round of 8. Once again, the names, not the names, the numbers of playoff drivers will be in blue. As you see, Sack Attack on P1 here early on. But your total drivers in the round of 12, you got Banks, May, Brown, Gordon, Grindle, Golker, Miller, Peters, Rogers, Sack Attack, Short, and Stein. Your 12 drivers starting here tonight for their hopes to make it into the championship 4 in a few weeks. Oh, next week's Pocono should be interesting. And speaking of playoff driver, let's go watch Brandon Banks qualify. Brandon Banks, our defending winner. Not defending winner, but he did win the last race last week at Bristol. Not Bristol. Where was it at? Vegas. There we go. I just raced Bristol last night. That's why I was thinking Bristol. See, Banks, interesting enough, running the high line. Interesting strategies there. I didn't think the high line would be the fast line here, but Banks is making it work. As this time by for his first lap, he is going to go... Oh, no, he has his warm-up lap. This would be his first lap right here. No, that was his first lap. He must have tagged the wall or something somewhere, and I missed it. See if Banks get a time put in this time. Currently, Danny Rogers got that pole position. Miller, Peters, your top 3. Brandon Banks, second time by. Oh, I almost wondered, does he have a black flag, maybe? No, but he's not. Oh, he's 15th. Okay, there we go. He doesn't pop up for a second. So, Brandon Banks falling back to 15th. We got some great guys out there. Weeza stopping. Stein is on his first lap here. See what Stein can do. I was told that these guys are about 2 laps short on fuel, so should Not should. We'll possibly see some fuel saving here. It's Kevin Stein's first lap. He must have tagged the wall somewhere too. A lot of people tagging the wall here. See if Stein does this time. Second time by Stein, 20th. Well, we don't got a lot of playoff guys in chat, but let's pull up one of our remaining drivers for a quick interview. Let's go ahead and pull up Mr. Justin May. What is going on, man? Damn dog. Justin, got a copy? Oops. Sure, one more time. Justin, you there? Oh, hello.
Hello?
What's going on, Justin?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Locking yourself in the round of 12. Had a pretty solid first round. What's your thoughts coming in tonight, going back to the old Atlanta? Probably a track a lot of these drivers haven't touched since they did the refresh, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago?
Yeah, this is the first time I've raced this track in this league, so it should be interesting. I think it's going to be a lot of tire saving. I was just like, even conservatively in practice, I was like eating up the right front. It's really, really tight, which surprised me. I thought it was going to be more loose than anything, but it's going to be a big right front burner, so it's going to be all about saving your stuff.
Yeah, and luckily here tonight, you guys do got a fairly cooler track. I say cooler because I think track temps at Atlanta get to 130-ish. Just 119, I think just 119. But for Hot Atlanta, for everyone who knows I've ran a lot of races here, that is a fairly cool track at Atlanta.
Yeah, the temp. Yeah, it's pretty cool out, which is why I think the right front's kind of burning more tight.
All right, man. Well, didn't get the qualifying run you wanted here tonight. I know fuel's going to be close here in this first stage. So good luck here tonight. Maybe try to win your way into the round of 8.
Yep, I'm gonna be fuel saving like I did last week. Hopefully, I can get that stage win.
Yeah, and real quick talking about fuel saving. Atlanta is always one of the easier mile and a half to save fuel at, just because of how much off throttle time you really need to even just save tires here.
Yeah, exactly. So you can almost run the same lap times by clutching it and letting it coast.
Yeah, and you guys get the good old privilege of shutting your car off, something us guys in Cup don't get.
Yes, exactly.
We don't get that luxury, but good luck here tonight, man. I gotta figure out what team chat you are. You are...
I was in high side with Kevin Biggs.
You're in high side. Alright, man. Good luck here tonight.
All right, thank you.
Alright, let's go over our starting lineup here tonight. So getting that pole position will be Danny Rogers in that number 20 machine. Outside of him will be Justin Miller. In the row 2, you got William Peters and Josh Van Weston. Eric Schaefer, Joshua Short. Row 3, row 4, you got Justin Caritas and Kevin Biggs. Alan Grindle Jr. and the Antarctica native Tom Golger in row 5. Row 6, you got Preety Chestnut and Nathan Penley. Going on row 7, Jacoby Treat. Really good effort out of him here tonight, qualifying 14th. Sam Gordon inside of him. Going back to row 8, Gary Sack and Brandon Banks, Brian Marshall, Justin May. Row 9, row 10, the road course ringer Phillip Brown and Kevin Stein. Phillip Brown looking for a really good round here, because if he can get into the next round, he's going to be a big favorite at Roval and maybe get his way into the championship 4. Bill Kander and Joseph Nalbeck, row 11, row 12, you got Tyler Berry and David Farnan. Going to row 13, Tom Weasley, Gordon Spain, Darren Cannon, and Jeff the Dozer Medlin. Row 14, row 15, Ethan Collier, Ricky Williams, Tony Frey, and Andrew Gueda. Row 16, big field here tonight, and that third spot is Mike Simone. So Mr. Danny Rogers going to lead the green. That number 20 Dex imaging machine. Shady, back again.
Green.
All right, green flag out in the air. Oh yeah, so tonight's race sponsor is pretty funny. It's Justin does it weigh 195. Kind of cracked me up. We get a green flag start out. You see not Nathan Miller. What the heck am I thinking? Miller looking to the outside of Danny Rogers. William Peters now will dive into the inside of going to turn number 3 here on lap 1. William Peters going to use that inside line to his advantage. Clear the number 20 off of turn number 4 and put himself into P1 here to lead the first lap at Atlanta. Crucial bonus points there by William Peters. Every point's going to matter in these 2 race shootouts. As here in Relentless, your playoff points do not transfer to each round. The only playoff points you get for the next round is points earned. Playoff points earned in that round. So any playoff points starting off here tonight were points that drivers had earned between the 2 races in round of 16 as Danny Rogers working the outside. Miller falling back a little bit to third. Just behind them, Schaefer making his way around Kevin Biggs and the 21 of Van Weston sitting P4. I'm already going to say this right now. Schaefer probably one of the favorites here tonight. Oh, Van Weston almost gets it back with a 3 wide stagger rolling through 1 and 2. So behind them, you got Grindle looking to the inside of the 21 of Van Weston. Almost said Mitchell Conley. That's not Mitchell Conley. That's Pretty Chestnut back there in the 23. But back to the front we go. We're watching battle back here. Rogers took back over the lead. Peters has actually fallen back to third. Now under attack by the 18 of Kevin Biggs. Looks like I got focal. Alright, somebody got to take a work phone call. Anyways, Eric Schaefer looking to the inside of Alan Grindle. Schaefer more than likely is saving fuel right now. I would imagine Schaefer saving fuel. Gary Sack said he was saving fuel. You heard Justin May talk about saving fuel. Pretty sure we're right on board with some of these guys. We're here some very minimal throttle, but maybe some clutching is. We're right on board with the 3 of Eric Schaefer. Ooh. Oh, shit. Okay. I was like, what happened to Schaefer? He's just... What did happen? Did he lose, or is he just kind of moving over here? Let's see. I think he's just moving down, trying to save some fuel. Let some guys by. Smart move by one of the faster guys all season. Yep, there it is. Clutching in, saving fuel for the 3 of Schaefer. Wow, he's really clutching that corner. He didn't lose a lot of time to the guy in front of him, Sam Gordon. Go on board. Let's go further back. We talked to Justin May. See what he's doing. Yeah, you see he's clutching as well, saving some fuel just in front of him. You have the Ringer, Phillip Brown, Gary Sack just in front of him, right behind his teammate Jacoby Treat. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say this first stage should be fairly tame, just because there is a lot of guys saving fuel. Yeah, that's what Sack said, Matt, and 1 to 2 laps is actually very easy to save on a 1.5 miles. Even with the 65% fuel load, it's super easy to save 1 to 2 laps. Now the key is, though, is you got to make sure you save enough to make it around on the pace stops as well. You don't want to put in all that work and get those stage points and then have to pit and get an EOL or maybe even run out of gas and go a lap down. So a lot of these guys got to keep that in mind when they're trying to save fuel. And also, if you know you can't save fuel, I think you got to do a full pit stop because you don't want to just get a wave around and then be stuck pitting within a couple laps or stuck out there on old tires. So that's something to keep in mind as well. See Kevin Biggs taking the lead. Danny Rogers P2 for Josh Van West is sitting third. Some different names up front right now. A lot of guys saving fuel. A lot of the faster guys, the playoff guys saving some fuel. Some playoff guys going for some stage points. Miller looking the inside of Van Weston. Ooh, Miller got loose, I believe, off the corner. Look away for a second. Ooh, Van Weston having major issues, possibly a screen freeze. Or maybe he just hit the wall? Is that what caused that for Van Weston? Oh, play date. Oh, hold on. No, he never hit the wall. I almost wonder, maybe if his screen freeze, you see him coming off a turn 4 here. Oh, there's the wall hit right there, and he shoots down the track. And that was a pretty good wall hit, because I could see the right front. That's why I knew he had some damage. I saw the toe break. The toe link band, I should say. But Van West is struggling now. Kevin Biggs still leading the way. Pretty Chestnut sitting second. Look further back, you got Penley and Miller duking it out. Just behind them, a couple more playoff guys. Grendel and Peters. Oh, almost 3 wide racing there. Kind of interesting. Does the differentiating strategies, or whatever that word is, of drivers right here, figuring out what they want to do and how to save fuel, and who's not wanting to save fuel and just go all out here in this first run. Let's go on board some drivers. Let's go on board with the 14. We see Miller, he's clutching in. Let's go another car back. Let's go back to Nathan Penley. There's Grendel. See Penley lifting a little, maybe trying to let Grendel get in front of him. Penley's clutching in. I don't think Grendel is. It didn't sound like it, but Penley's not clutching as long as some of these other drivers. Let's go to Danny Rod. Oh, not Danny Rod. He's not our leader no more. Let's go to Kevin Biggs. See what Biggs is doing. Yeah, Biggs ain't saving at all. Tom just came in here. Alright. A big still leading the way, pretty right behind him, and Grendel, I think, Grendel's kind of leading the way of the drivers saving fuel. Well, Matt, you're in chat, so what's the update on North South drivers? How are they looking on fuel? Got a penalty pulled on our car? Thanks for saying that. Let's actually go look at that. I think I'm zooming the camera. Give me a second. I do. There it is. Penalty's ran that car before, hasn't he? I just realized what's on the hood of it, though. Oh, you just yeah, I just realized what's on the hood. But that car is looking really clean for Nathan Penley. Looks like Grindle might be getting passed by the 28 of Joshua Short here. What do we have to check in on? And the reason I'm checking in on him because this guy right here, Phillip Brown, if he can have a solid round in this round, the round of 12, and make it to the round of 8, I mean, I have him chalked in as a very, very heavy favorite for the Roval. I mean, he's done 5, 6 road courses, I think, in this league, and has won every single one of them. Has yet to be beaten on a road course. And to kick off the round of 8 is a road course. Lab, that's because everyone's saving fuel right now. This first stage is going to be very, very tame. And also, it's Atlanta. It's old Atlanta. And don't get me wrong. Actually, I can't say it. I hated driving here. I hated racing old Atlanta. But a lot of drivers and racers, whether it be iRacing in real life, tend to like old Atlanta because it's a driver's track. You look at a lot of the races old Atlanta had, a lot of them didn't have a lot of good races. I know they had memorable finishes, like 2001, Gordon and Harvick, but the racing itself was never really good because it's just so drawn out and stuff like that. You're just saving tires. Fuel saving is boring. No! Matt, you just say that because you can't do it. You don't got the tism for it. But no, I will say this, Matt. Broadcasting fuel racing. Broadcasting fuel saving sucks. But being able to save fuel and have your mind on saving fuel, I like. Because it gets my mind off, not necessarily the racing, but it gives my mind something else to do than focus on what's going on in front of me. As you see the 42 of Phillip Brown getting around the 5 of Gordon, now trying to work on the 9 of Carrington. Here comes the 3 of Schaefer into the picture. And I'll say this, it's becoming easier for you to figure out, Matt, now that you can't turn off your engine in the next gen. Now you're working on a 37 Grindle. Schaefer and Brown, they might realize, hey, we're good on fuel from here, let's go. As Brown has made up 3 spots. Miller's on the move. There he is. Fuel saving's like, I don't know. Ooh. Fuel saving's one of the things to where, I don't know. It's hit or miss for me because there's times fuel saving has saved my race, and there's times where I've tried fuel saving and it has absolutely ruined my race. So it's hit or miss. It's kind of like trying to pit under a green flag condition. Sometimes you get the luck where the caution don't fall. Sometimes it falls right after you pit. Same with fuel saving. Sometimes you get lucky enough where it goes green, and sometimes you're halfway through a run, no one's pitted yet, you've lost 10 spots, and the caution comes out. Watch the battle between Schaefer and Phillip Brown go on it for 8th, I do believe. Now the question is here. So if you know you can't make it on fuel, do you pit now and just take a set of tires and try to make up as much ground as you can? Or do you run it dry? I mean, if I'm big or Chestnut, I don't think you have to make it. I'm saying you run this thing absolutely bone dry and you take 4 tires and then just take the wave around. And then after you take the 4 tires, just really baby that car around the track to try to preserve as much tire life as you can. Because I don't think you guys can make it. In pit here in Atlanta, you will go a lap down. Oh, whoa. Don't pull that up. Another thing I'm noticing watching Pretty here is, or Paul. I think it's Paul. I don't know. I get confused. It is Paul. Watching Paul here is, he is burning a lot more fuel running that Highline. I'm actually surprised he is running that Highline. I have always known that Highline to absolutely burn tires, and Kevin Pitts is doing it as well. Do got some passing going on back here with Jacoby. Actually, holy cow, a big cluster of cars back here behind Alan Grindle, May, Treat, Carrington, Sack, Marshall, Gordon all back here behind the 37. Looks like the 37s are trying to play defense, keep them all behind them. See the 9 and 018 almost get into it. They roll through 3 and 4. Oh, Jacob McGrindle getting it. What a save by Jacob! Wow! What an absolute save. Grindle drifts up the track, gets into Jacob, and that was phenomenal. But Jacob was able to keep that car going straight. Oh, they get into it again. Jacob doing the best he can, maybe trying to take a racing line away from Grindle and let his teammate Gary Sack get around him. It looks like Jacob is doing his best 2001 Dale Earnhardt impression at Daytona. Looks like he's still playing blocker for the 89 of Gary Sack, trying to get Sack in track position. Granted, Gary's running 11th right now, so if anyone in front of him has to pit, he will get stage points, and that's crucial. We talked with Matt about it last week at Las Vegas, how much Gary wants to get that championship and win it at his home track, Michigan. I think Grindle and Jacob still going at it for 12th. Oh, that one's making contact again. Jacob doing a really good job not letting Grindle get around him. Here's the lap car, the 21 of Van Westen. Grindle, I know, got to be getting frustrated. Like, come on, man. Just let me by. 5 to go here in the stage. Oh, they're 3 wide going through 1 and 2. I don't think Grindle can get him. Jacob's doing a really good job on that high line. He might get him here. Nope. Something to note out. Oh, there's contact again. Jacob saves it again. Well, the one thing I noticed, Penley has fallen back to 3rd, and Peters has been chasing down that leader, Paul. Looks like Grindle might finally even get around Jacob. Finally able to clear the 018, but Jacob went to bounce back on the outside. Looks like he's looking for the crossover. Touches the grass a little bit. Now Pete Jacobs to the inside. Griddle's going to defend, though. Here comes the 94, Brian Marshall. See, Chestnut had to come down pit lane that time by. Bumped a lot of guys up a spot. If I'm Paul, you got to take 4 tires here. Oh, did he get a penalty? No, he did not. Midwest is meatball, though. Not sure it's up to 23. William Peters will lead the way. 2 to go. And Banks looking to get some crucial stage points. Work around the 8 of Penley. Oh my god, you can just hear everyone saving fuel right now. Philip Brown in pit lane. Is that just my SDK screwing up, or is he in pit lane? No, he's in pit lane. He just topped it off and goes. See, I don't agree with that. You gotta get tires if you're pitting here. I think he might have got away with one there. I don't think pit lane was closed in time. Final lap here in the stage. William Peters looking to get a stage win, and that is crucial. That is 1 point. If he advances into the round of 8, he will have 1 more point than a lot of other drivers will have. William Peters will win stage number 1. Banks second. Penley, Schaefer, Miller, May, Short, Sack, Grindle, and Marshall, your top 10 getting stage points here in stage 1.
Caution, yellow flag.
There's the caution. Now the question is anyone out of fuel? Gotta make it all the way back around and catch the pace cars. Everyone good on fuel. You see, everyone's going to slow to the snail's pace already. I think everyone's close on fuel. Good stage one by William Peters here tonight. Where are trucks going this week? Trucks are going to good old Kentucky. Cup's going to Kentucky. Trucks is going to Kentucky. I only guess Arca's going to Kentucky. No, I thought Arca's going to USA. Oh, is it 28 out of fuel? I see him dropping. I think 28's out. We got 20's out of fuel. Banks winning the battle off pit lane. Gary's actually a good pit stop. I wonder what happened. A lot of jousting for position off of pit lane there. Got a sack. Wait, what did Jacob do? What did he do? Hold on. Oh my god. Oh, he almost hit the wall. Back up. I can't believe they let him pit like that. That's insane. Right, now the racing should get good. I think we all have. I think we've all done that, Peters, or not Peters, Conley. If you've been iRacing for more, I would say if you've been iRacing for more than 6 months and you have not done that, you're full of crap. Everyone has done that in their iRacing career. It's a very common mistake. That's why we can joke about it. We can be a DVR inside row restart here. Yes. You're just slightly over the edge. It's like, nope, too far forward. Back up. It's like, dang it! And some pit lanes are more, what's the word I'm looking for? Are more sensitive than others. Some pit lanes, like, you have to be in a perfect spot. Alright, Banks Peters, front row for this restart. For the final stage.
Green flag, green flag.
Here, back into where we go here at Atlanta. Good restart by Brandon Banks and Eric Schaefer. No surprise there. Those two got probably timed it up perfectly. Peters and Sack falling back to third and fourth. They look further back in the pack. You see Joshua Short working on the 90 of Justin May to the inside. They're 3 wide behind, now down to 2 wide. Now is where it's going to start getting a little racy. It's a 2-stop race from here regardless what you do. Oh, 14 of Miller into the wall loose. He saves it though. Everyone's starting to push their cars a little bit, something we have seen before. Miller put it 3 wide. Schaefer falling back a little bit, probably playing as Schaefer knows how crucial tires are here. Brandon Banks leading the way, but maybe not for long. Miller is trying to drive it on the outside. He does. Miller to the lead. The question is, how long can he hold on to it? He has been driving that car on a mission. You got to wonder how much wear and heat he has put in that right front tire driving like that. But he has got the lead for now. Going to lead a lap here and get a bonus point. You see Brandon Banks and Schaefer, they're kind of falling back here, but they're probably playing as, like I said, they know. Don't go out there and go all out and burn up that right front. Look back by Marshall, 94. All right, too much stuff going on back here. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. Holy train. Question is, what's the Lucky Dog battle right now? I think it's the 42 and the 9. It is. Those are the only 2 drivers that believe are a lap down. And if a caution comes out right now, Phillip Brown's in position to get the Lucky Dog. But it is a very close battle back here. Watch this group of cars up here near Kinder, Marshall, Gordon, Rogers all back here. Really, they're still leading the way. Peter's back here, sitting third right now. Ooh, close battle back there. Peters almost Doran Penley. Schaefer looking to the inside of Gary Sack. Battle for 5th. Field's starting to get drawn out. Well, leading the way, but Banks is starting to close in on that gap. Like I said, when Miller got around Banks, it seemed like he was just a man on a mission. But that man on a mission has run out of tire, and here comes the 54 Brandon Banks in the field in tow. Okay, Schaefer's trying to make his way back up. You see him right behind the 8 of Penley. Two guys that were maybe championship 4 favorites, unfortunately eliminated after last round. Others out here just having fun. They got nothing to lose. As you see Schaefer looking the inside of Penley, trying to get the, like, can't quite do it. Just behind him, you have Gary Sack. Got under pressure by the 90 of Justin May. Oh, they almost make contact going into 3 and 4, 1 and 2, I should say. Meanwhile, that battle for the lead starting to heat up as Banks has closed that gap down to just over a tenth of a second. Henley and Schaefer going at it. They got Grendel, Sack duking it out. Grendel able to get around the 89 of Gary Sack. 3 still cannot get around Nathan Penley. Here comes the battle for the lead. If Banks has caught the 14 of Miller, trying to get around him. Miller running the highline. We saw earlier in the race between Jacob and Grindle, and now really Penley, or it was Penley and Schaefer for a couple laps, how hard it is to pass in the inside line and how much of a drive you can get. Actually, as I say that, Banks sends it into 3 and 4. Easily is able to clear the 14 of Miller off of turn 4. Brandon Banks back to lead here at Atlanta. Maybe to the lead for the first time tonight. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Ooh, Miller sent it into turn 1 there. Wow! You got Justin May looking to the outside of Penley. Schaefer trying to look to the inside of Peters. Can't quite get there. As now Miller starting to fall back. Peters now pressuring Miller on the inside. I thought Brandon Banks would be able to drive away, but he got that lead and really hasn't checked out like I thought he would. I thought Miller burnt the stuff up. Maybe Miller realized he needed to settle down a little bit and just kind of followed the time and tire tracks of the 54. Now it's William Peters looking to the outside of Justin Miller coming out of turn 4 here. Miller, though, really solid exit off of turn 4, able to maintain that second place position for now. Now Peters looking to the inside of Justin Miller. A little bit further back, I did see Grendel looking to the inside of Nathan Penley. Maybe able to clear Penley off of 4. No, not quite. Oh, they got tied off of turn 4. The battle for the lucky dog. No, Phillip Brown coming up pit lane. Very early pit stop for Phillip Brown. Schaefer all the way up against the wall, trying to work around the 86 of William Peters. Banks starting to check out a little bit. Half a second lead now for the 54 machine, looking to get back-to-back wins here in the playoffs and lock himself into round of 8. Still a lot of racing left to go. 70 laps left here this time by. Peters starting to drop like a rock. He was running third, now running fifth. I would have never thought Atlanta to be multi-guru. I mean, I know it can work, but I thought for sure the tires would wear out just so much on the high line. But yet again, I've been seeing a lot of drivers running that mid to high line. You see Miller here running middle, Schaefer running low, and a lot of other guys running middle as well, where it's not even car to their inside. Oh, it's hot. He Justin May trying on Schaefer. Schaefer fell back to, I want to say fifth, and he made his way back to third. Miller's in second. Banks, of course, leading the way. Gary Sack has kind of impressed me here. Didn't really show a lot of speed in practice. Was able to get 8th place in the first stage. Lock 3 bonus points up right there. Or 3 stage points, I should say. Now still running P8 and really not under attack at all. I mean, if you're Gary Sack, you kind of just got to run smooth, easy laps right here. Save that right front. Stay out of trouble. And a good 8th place finish will do him wonders, especially with a lot of playoff guys like Phillip Brown having issues so far here tonight. And he's running 8th. Another thing to keep in mind, there's 2 guys in front of him that aren't in the playoffs. So in all reality, playoff drivers wise, he's running 6th. I know it's a weird way to look at it, but when I'm in the playoffs, that's how I look at where I'm running at. I take away who's not in the playoffs that's in front of me. I'm like, okay, so I'm running 10th, but 3 guys aren't in the playoffs, so technically I'm running 7th as far as points go for the playoffs. But, I mean, and there are a lot of playoff guys right behind him. I mean, right behind Gary, once this reloads, let me see. You got 1, 2, 3 guys right behind him that are playoff guys. Gordon and Golker are not having a good race at all here tonight. Phillip Brown definitely not having the race he wanted. Currently sitting 2 laps down as Schaefer and Miller going at it for second. Schaefer able to get around Miller. And here comes the 90 of Justin May following right in his tire track trying to get around that 14 machine of Justin Miller. Apparently working on the 14 Miller. One thing I want to check real quick. One thought of the thing about this. What is tire fall off here? I remember the best time, very high 31s. Last time by 33, mid 33s. Second and a half fall off almost for most of these guys. See Schaefer and May going at it for second. Ow. an ad real quick. I'll be right back. Let me go get something.
SFH, still fucking here, is a clothing and apparel brand built to change the world. We are survivors, warriors, and fighters. We are tenacious, relentless, and vigilant. We've been through hell and made it out the other side, and now we are determined to spend our lives giving back to those who need help in their fight. Whether you are a cancer survivor, recovering addict, a survivor of an abusive relationship, someone who has fought to gain control of their health, or a wounded vet such as myself, or simply someone that is fighting a battle and proud of how far you've come, we are with you. 50% of all net proceeds from our brand will be given back to those that need it most, and this will be for the life of our company. Join us in our mission. Buy some awesome gear like this, wear it proudly, spread the word. We are in this together. We are still fucking here. I end up feeling a need, like I feel like I'm...
God, I'm back. Bad time to choose when to take a break. The break quick cycles did start. Some driver came down pit lane. Some guy staying out. You see Kevin Biggs, or not Kevin Biggs, Justin May coming in this time. Alright, so Banks still leading the way. Schaefer running second. Penley third. Gary Sack fourth. Miller coming in this time.
Sorry, Turters.
Looks like Banks might be coming in. No, that was just a fresh tire Weezer getting around him. When Banks, Schaefer, Penley, everyone's going to come to pit lane. They stay out yet another lap. Like Banks coming out this time. Schaefer's going to stay out. We'll see what Penley does. Penley staying out. What about Gary? Gary staying out. Gary's coming out this time. Penley, Schaefer all coming out this time. Oh, gosh. Oh, Gary, no! Oh, Nelly. Any black flags? No, he's able to get it low down in time. Ooh, what an entry that was for Gary. I want to watch Kevin Biggs, and man, him and Justin May had a really close call coming off of turn 2 or turn 4 that last time by. Nothing to note. So there's Banks, Miller, and Peters in front of him. So Banks cycled out behind these guys. Brandon's coming up pit lane. That's going to leave the 77 Cole Corral for a much needed lap, but he has not had a good race, and maybe can get a caution to fall in his favor right here. Oh, they say that almost was cause. Ethan Collier almost got in the back of the 35, and he gets in the back of the 77 saves it. Tongue twister there. Wow, Ethan Collier. Whew, that was a bozo move. Almost wrecked 2 leaders right there. So that's going to cycle the lead to the 94 of Brian Marshall. And after he comes down pit lane, the 46 of Kevin Stein will be your leader. It feels very spread out right now. It's something you get a lot in Atlanta. I see Danny Rush getting a lap back. Brian Marshall coming down pit lane this time by. Put Kevin Stein in the 46 in the lead. Well, let's just take a quick peek on what stint length is looking like for some of these guys. That's crucial. We did see the fall off. Yeah, some of these guys like Farnan, Peters, Biggs, Mason, I think we got a tire disadvantage here. The question is, how big of a tire disadvantage? See Stein leading the way. Banks was leading the caution. Not the caution. Whoa. When the green flag cycle started. And let's see what his last time by is compared to Stein. See, last time by, Banks 6/10 quicker. Wow. Well, this time by, Banks a second quicker. Oh no, I hit the wrong thing. There we go. I think Banks working around. I want to say there was a 14 of Miller behind him. It was. So a lot of these drivers who short pitted here are starting to feel the effects of it right now as Banks is chasing the leader down. I mean, he is on a hurry. He was 4 seconds back not too long ago. Has knocked that down to 2.3. There's the stint length up on your screen again. Just get an idea on who's running on how old tires and where they're running at. See Penley is Short going at it. Short at about a 5-lap disadvantage-ish. Kind of curious how this is going to play out right now. We clearly know Banks is fast. I mean, he's been the guy to beat all race long. But I'm really curious, like, how May, Stein, Biggs, and all these guys, they're going to play out short pit the way they did. I've always known Atlanta to be one of those tracks where short pit, especially by more than 2 laps, is a huge disadvantage. Big Bang's looking around. Get her on Justin May for the lead. Once again, let's pull up the discrepancy in tires. I think that's the word to look for. I don't know. That's a big word for me. And just looking at it, like, you see a lot of guys that pit around Banks did. So Banks, Miller, Sack, Penley, Grindle, they're starting to make up a lot of time right now. I think Schaefer really starting making some time. Looking to the inside of Miller, and now Kevin Stein looking to get a 2-for-1 deal, rolling through 3 and 4, and he does. Moves Schaefer into third, and it's not going to be long for he gets moved into second place as he is chasing down that 90 of Justin May. This right here is telling me that running the tank dry, or not, I shouldn't say running the tank dry, but running long is a bigger advantage than it is pitting short, or short pitting. That's what I'm looking for. See a lot, like I said, you see all these guys who pitted more than 10 laps ago really starting to fall. Forty to go this time by. I don't know why I'm walking Penley. What's Gary? Gary, one of the guys who ran it long here. I don't know, we're on the 14 of Miller. Can't quite get it done. Miller's going to chop his nose off Gary and look to the inside on the 14 now. Miller into the wall for 4. That was a pretty good impact for the 14. So now the top 5, I want to say outside of May, everyone that pitted around the time Banks did. May is the only guy in the top 5 that short pitted. And as far as lap times go, let's take a look at that. As you see May running at least 3/10 slower than everybody else around him that pitted on lap, whenever that was, 14 laps ago, so lap 78. I can't get rid of that. There we go. Not back. I don't want Gary. There's really not a lot of battling going on. I actually kind of want to watch May here. May has done a really good job with that short pitting holding off these guys right now. And like I said, he's the only guy in the top 5 that pitted before lap 78. So you look last time by, you see Justin May. Actually, the tires have kind of evened out as Justin May running around the same lap times as Penley, Schaefer, Banks, Sack, and all these other guys who pitted on lap 78. Everyone does have to stop one more time. Penley either on Justin May. I'll say this. So, May short pitting. Of course, he can't run as long as everybody else, but he's obviously a short pit again, and it's not going to be as long of a run. So, I would imagine the next pit cycle is probably going to be around lap 112-ish. Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to think right now. I want to say May might be able to pull off this win. I think short pitting might work for May. It's going to be interesting how this plays out if it stays green. Brandon Banks out there in his own zip code. His teammate Eric Schaefer starting to chase him down a little bit. That gap is close to 6/10. Was over a second not too long ago. So Schaefer definitely running some faster laps than Brandon Banks right now. 30 to go this time by. We're in that fuel window for that final pit stop. The question is, who's going to be the first one to take that chance and short pit it here and hope there is not a yellow? Matt, shut up. Schaefer is chasing down Banks right now. Looking the inside of Ricky Williams, a lap car. He can get around him fairly easily here. I'm kind of curious. Schaefer's not in the playoffs anymore, so does he go up there and race the teammate hard to take a win away? Or does he maybe just play defense in case someone starts chasing him down and let Banks get the win and lock himself in the round of 8 and not really have the stress Pocono at all? Damn. So we know they can make it about 38 laps on fuel. So May's gonna have to pit in about 8 laps. And Sacknall can go 13 more laps. Banks starting to chase down. Or not Banks. Schaefer starting to chase down Brandon Banks. But here comes Nathan Penley as well. Nathan Penley was slowly closing this gap. Well, it's Justin May holding off P4 right now. Oh, not holding off. Holding on to P4 right now. A lot of guys coming up pit lane. 25 to go this time by. Alright, I'm back. Watching battle for lead brew between Justin May and Gary Sack. Justin May still has to come down pit lane. 23 to go this time by. Man, a caution would change everything up here. Gary Sack looking inside. The tire discrepancy is huge here. Gary Sack pulling right by the netty. Justin May. Gary Sack! Second tactical lead here in Atlanta. When does Justin May come down pit lane? There's Brandon Banks just behind them, a lap down. Justin May not coming to pit lane this time by. Yes, he is. And Brandon Banks was right. Gary Sack get back on the lead left the hard way. Gary Sack can get a lap led. May into pit lane. If I'm Gary, I would pit here. You got a lap led. You don't want your tire description to be too huge. And here comes Nathan Penley by William Peters by Brandon Banks. Almost gets collected with the 11. It looked like from that point of view. Let's see what Sack Attack does here. Looks like Sack looks like he's getting ready to enter pit lane. Is he? Yes, Sack down pit lane. That's going to hand the lead over to Tom Golker this time by. Oh, Gary, no speed. Oh, he got locked down in time. No, Golker coming down this time. What about Kevin Stein? Oh, Kevin Stein was the first guy down pit lane. Justin Miller getting on Kevin Stein. We put Miller into the lead here. Yeah, that was. I thought both times he got caught speeding. That was very good entry by Gary Sack. Sack's gonna come out in 10th. Oops, who's the leader? 14 Miller. Brandon Banks all over that back bumper of Justin Miller trying to get around him. He's going to look to the inside. Banks and Miller going after the lead. And Banks is going to blow by the 14 here. Brandon Banks back to the lead. Now, some of you guys still need to pit. Let's take a look at that. Who up front still needs a pit? Short still needs to pit. I think that's about it. Miller's struggling. Well, Williams still need a pit, maybe? Yes. Oh, no. Williams still needs a pit, not Short. Short just pitted. I think Williams might be coming down this time, maybe. Can't quite tell. He is. Williams coming down this time. Someone's getting the wall. I'm going to go here to land. We have yet to have a caution of cause here tonight. Yeah, let's take a look at the tire difference here. Miller did do that short pit strategy. Justin May short pit as well. Oh no, Justin May just came down pit lane. That's right. No, May, yeah, May, okay, May came down not too long ago, but surprisingly, May lost a lot of time on pit lane. Must have had a bad entry or exit. He came out 11th. Coming to 15 to go this time by. Banks leading the way. Take a look at Justin Miller, who's out there on about 10 lap order tires than everybody else. Him and William Peters both trying to make something work. Oh, we got a yellow! Ricky Williams in the 11 crashes coming off of pit lane. Oh, and he collects the 5 of Sam Gordon! Everyone coming down pit lane. See what the leaders do. I wonder if they take 2 or 4. Let's see. And Banks looks like he's taking 2. Gary Sack just behind him. I think Sack might have took 2. Did Jacob stay out? He did. Interesting. Jacob staying out, going to control the restart here. 13 to go. No, looks like he's coming down this time. Was he not able to come down last time, maybe? Oh, no. Never mind. Alright, I questioned how many laps ago? I think Jacob just came out of pit lane too. I mean, I think he's on like 8-lap tires. In all reality, 5 or 6 green flag laps. I don't think he's gonna be at a huge disadvantage, but he's definitely gonna be at a disadvantage. Now the question is, are we done with cautions? We went 110 laps caution free as far as incident goes. The only caution was stage caution up until that one with Ricky Williams. Jacob Treat, Brandon Banks, front row restart here with 12 to go in the round of 12. The kickoff race for the round of 12. It's the restart zone, green flag out in the air, back in the way we go to Atlanta. A little bit of tire spin on the 89 and 18, but they get it going straight. Treat into the outside wall. I want to watch Gary Sack here. He's on that 2-tire strategy. See how it works out for him. You see him getting around Kevin Stein here. Now at the 86 William Peters. Gary Sack drifts up a little bit. William Peters almost in the wall for 4. Or off of 2, I should say. Stein looking low on Jacob Treat now. Gary Sack falling in tow. Again, Gary Sack took 2 tires. How's that going to pay off for him? Looks like he's holding well now. As Peters gets a little loose. Him and Jacob almost getting to come off of 4. Sack attack into 5th. 2 tires seem to be paying off. Let's go to the battle for the lead. That's not the battle for the lead. Oh, caution's out. Ooh, the 94 is into the wall sideways. What happened here? Ooh, the 94 to smack the wall. Luckily, no one else hit him, but man, what a hit to the outside wall that was for the 94. Unfortunately, not adjusting involved as well. Phillip Brown sneaking his way through it. Matter of fact, I think Phillip Brown can be the lucky dog. I can put Phillip Brown back on the lead lap. Justin Miller. Let's go back and watch that restart. How did he get the lead here? We're busy watching Gary. Let's watch Justin Miller in this restart. He just sent it in. Justin has some really good speed here on these short runs. Just able to easily clear Brandon Banks off of turn 4. Off of turn 2, I should say. Well, we went 110 laps without a caution of cause, and we've had 2 in the last 8 or 9. I don't know if we're done wrecking yet. These guys up front are about to get really racing. I'll say this real quick. Tom Golker was a huge, beneficiary, I should say, of that caution that Ricky Williams caused. He was running outside the top 15 really all race long. And William Peters did get smacked pretty good on that left rear. He'd been outside the top 15 really all race long. Ran that last tank dry, and he might be looking at getting a top 10 finish when he hasn't been running top 10. So running long paid off for the 77 of Golker. All right, Miller Banks front row. Yeah, Jacob's running well right now, but he is on such a tire deficit right now. It's like a 10-lap deficit right now for the 018 of Jacob Treat. You saw him really struggle on that initial start. Kind of got loose, went up and smacked the wall a little bit, fell back to 6. But we'll see. teammate though, Gary Sack, having a really good race, something he needed here tonight. Get some solid playoff points. Got 3 in the first stage. Looking at a possible top 5 finish here at Atlanta. Coming back green flag racing with 6 to go. Question is, are we done with cautions, or are there more mayhem to follow? Pacers to make that dive down pit lane. Miller's going to have the control to enter the Geico restart zone. Penley, Stein, row 2. The Sack and Treat, row 3. We're restarting here. Green flag back out in the air. Back in where we go. A little bit of tire spin throughout the field. Gary Sack really loose on that restart. 3 wide back here by Gary Sack. Back down to 2 wide. A little bit of contact there with Goldcrest, Peters, and the 38 getting a caution to fly yet again. I said we weren't done wrecking and we weren't. I don't know if the Peters squeeze him up there. No, I don't know. Would they have made contact regardless? Let's slow it down here a little bit and see. See Stein or Spain getting in the wall. Peters, I want to say they would have made contact regardless. Peters and Spain spinning around. Just a 2-car wreck here. Maybe. Oh, no, back barely making it through. Send it like Dale. I lost my phone. Did you eat my phone, dog? Yeah. Oh, I'll place on it. Alright, should be 1 to go this time by. Alright, so we're going to have a natural green-white checker here as, excuse my SDK, it is being stupid. I think a natural. Yeah, natural green-white checker. All right, picking down the pit lane. 2 laps to go here at Atlanta. Banks, Miller, front row restart. Green flag out in the air. Back into the we go. Looks like everyone not. Oh, no. Golker did get a little tire spin. A little bit of tire spin on a Golker as you see Miller get in the back of Banks. Banks is loose. Gary Seckley inside of Tom Golker. 3 wide off of turn number 2. Get skinny, guys. It's getting crazy. Jacob Tree having a good run. Looking at P4 right now. Looking on Brandon Banks. 3 wide behind Zach. Coming to the white flag. 1 to go. They're 4 wide across the line this time by Banks gets spun into the wall. Miller leading the way. Last lap here. Nathan, the runner-up. Penley sitting second yet again, but here comes Kevin Stein on the outside. They're wrecking again behind him. Justin Miller looking to collect his first win on the season. Kevin Stein works around Penley, and Miller's gets crazy. Miller's going to win yet for the first time here in season 6 for RL Xfinity Series. Banks 4th, Penley 3rd, Sack 5th. Colker with that big break in that caution comes across P6. Couldn't talk there, that's exciting. So what? Okay, let's go back and watch that restart because something happened to Banks. So here's the restart. Ooh, what did happen? Okay. Looks like Banks just came down. I'm not sure that he's able to save it. If they almost put 4 wide, Jacob tried to put it 4 wide. And then mayhem unfolded yet again because we'll go back here to Biggs because there's some stuff that happened. Okay. Here they are coming off of 4. They're 4 wide. You see Biggs and Gary get into it. Like a race. I don't know. That one's interesting. I don't think Gary knew they were 4 wide. He's going to spin Biggs into the wall. Oh my gosh! Holy crap. Philip Brown trying to get through the wreck, and he got a faithful Kevin Biggs. Those are the 2 of Darren Cannon. But Miller gets his first win on the season. Alright, let's do an ad. We'll get our interviews done.
SFH, still fucking here, is a clothing and apparel brand built to change the world. We are survivors, warriors, and fighters. We are tenacious, relentless, and vigilant. We've been through hell and made it out the other side, and now we are determined to spend our lives giving back to those who need help in their fight. Whether you are a cancer survivor, recovering addict, a survivor of an abusive relationship, someone who has fought to gain control of their health, or a wounded vet such as myself, or simply someone that is fighting a battle and proud of how far you've come, we are with you. 50% of all net proceeds from our brand will be given back to those that need it most, and this will be for the life of our company. Join us in our mission. Buy some awesome gear like this, wear it proudly, spread the word. We are in this together. We are still fucking here. I end up feeling a need, like I feel like I'm
kick off our excuse me. Let's kick off our interviews with Nathan, the runner-up Penley. I guess if you can't win, don't get second, right? Get third, huh?
Amen to that.
Well, you didn't talk
No
to me.
runner up here.
No, but you did get runner-up last week. You didn't come talk to me last week.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. I almost forgot this time, and they were like, "Hey, join the join the broadcast."
You're like, well,
you're absolutely right.
If I can't win, let's just let Kevin Stein get around me. I don't need another second place on my record. But man, solid race for you here tonight. You, Banks, Schaefer, Miller really were the top four all night long between short and long run. I saw you and Banks didn't that race right there. Just seemed like kind of a race and ordeal that Banks did a good job saving it. You come across the line second, man. What do you think you could have done differently on that restart to get the win?
Yeah, I really think I should have pushed it at the beginning. I mean, when Banks and I came into contact with each other, it kind of slowed us both a little bit. Him a bit worse than myself because it threw him up top. Like I said, I kind of think that was a racing incident. It is a little bit on me. I don't know. I rewatched it. It could have went either way, but all around, I think if I would have had a cleaner restart and been able to keep up with Miller right from the get-go, I would have had a shot to try something on him, but just didn't have enough space, and that was it. Miller had the short run speed. I definitely had him in the long run speed, so that caution didn't help there towards the end. But all in all, I mean, it was a good race. I'm happy with the finish. Got the in-season bracket challenge, so I'm happy with that too.
I completely forgot about that tonight, man. You guys had a good race. Was green flag racing up until Ricky Williams spun to come off a pit lane. Kind of the reason I don't like Old Atlanta, just because between broadcasting it, it's not that fun because the racing get really drawn out and in a hurry. I mean, but for the most part, you all did a pretty good job keeping it somewhat competitive. I'll let you get your shout-outs in. Good luck next week at Pocono. As I know you're just out there having fun. Unfortunately, knocked out the last round.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, man. Shout out you guys up here in the broadcast booth. Love it. Relentless Racing. Shout out Hendrick, of course, for giving us the Chevrolet. Shout out FRC, Josh, Sam, Ethan, Gordon. Sam's going to win this championship, mark my words. Hopefully that didn't knock him out too far. Shout out Shifting Gears and Drinking Beers, and shout out my smoking hot wife, Leanna. Hopefully she can hear me. And raise hell, praise Dale.
All right, man. Later.
Later.
All right, next to pull in our second place finish for Kevin Stein. No one of the drivers that kind of got lucky with that caution that came out during that last green flag cycle was able to cycle away towards the front and get us all a second place here tonight.
Yeah, I just want to first just apologize to Jacob Treat. I got him a little bit out of shape earlier in that race, coming up on fresh tires on him. So my apologies to him there. But yeah, I felt like I was maybe a 10th place car all night and just tried to play strategy, and things just kind of fell my way. At the end there, it was just basically let's rip the high side and see what happens. So
yeah, and talking about that, because I have always known Atlanta to be like a bottom feeding track. You could run the high and middle line, but it'll burn your stuff up. And it seemed like tonight, that just seemed like the line to run.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the right person to ask because honestly, my right front was down to like 37 at one point.
So that's just Atlanta, though.
Yeah. I knew from just practicing qualifying and things like that the top was really fast. So it was just hoping that people would choose the bottom, and those first couple laps as the tires were coming into temp, it would be quicker. So it fell right with cautions to work out.
All right, man. Congrats on the second place here tonight. Good luck next week at Pocono and the rest of your playoff run. I'll let you get your shout-outs in.
Yeah, just friends and family who watch and support me. I just want to say thank you. TK Motorsports, great group of guys, so appreciate it. You, Isaac, doing the broadcast, the admins putting on the league, just appreciate all of it. So thank you.
All right, man. Later. All right, next let's pull in our race winner. Finally getting that dub here tonight. I gotta ask you, man. Talk us through that restart that got you the lead. After that caution came out during the green flag cycle, because that's overall what won you the race.
Yeah, that's exactly what I needed to have happen because I knew I had the pace, just a raw pace to get Banks as long as we were on tires on the same cycle and he left the door open. I knew I could get him. So I saw Treat was restarting on the outside, which actually worked out in my favor because I know he had older tires. So once he took off, Bakes took off, I was just hard charging. I knew there's 15 laps left. I said, I got to go, and I got to go now. So, once Bakes kind of slid up the track, I went underneath, and I said, I'm running qualifying laps. I don't care what happens to the tires. I'm running it. This is my chance.
All right, well, and you took an opportunity with that chance. You went with it. It got you the win here tonight. Locked you into the round of 8. You can go next week at good old Pocono and kind of get wrecked on lap 1 and have no care in the world. So congrats on your win. Fix that damn logo on their back bumper or your tailgate because it is upside down and it's annoying the hell out of me. My OCD is kicking in. But congrats on the win, man. Let's get your shout outs in. And I wish they could look at next week at Pocono, but you really don't need it because you're locked in. So I guess good luck at the Roval.
I suck at Pocono, so this will be this will be a easy week next week. Even though I won that race last season, but I want to give a shout out to all the sponsors, everybody who gets this league running the way they do and everything. It's a lot of fun, especially when you win. Obviously, I want to give a shout out to my loving wife. Obviously, I was running late today from work, so she got my rig and everything set up ready for me to go. So gotta give her a big shout out for that. And just everybody that watches and supports this league, we all greatly appreciate it, and looking forward to the rest of this season.
All right, man. Good luck at the Roval.
Thank you.
All right, so Justin, will you cut the hell out? Jesus. All right, I know you gotta go to the bathroom. Chill. I'm almost done, Daisy. Anyways, damn dogs are going crazy. Justin Miller gets the win here tonight at good old Hotlanta. Solid race, really. Just that couple cautions to cost her at the end of the race, kind of spice up a little bit. But Miller locked himself into the round of 8, makes his race at Pocono very, very less stressful, as he can just go out there and kind of maybe help a teammate or a friend out get locked into the next round. Stein comes across second, Penley third. Pocono's going to be interesting. Kind of hard to strategize on a track like Pocono, just due to the fact that you can't really plan pit stops too much just because of the fact you don't go a lap down there. So it's going to be interesting to see what people's strategies are next week at Pocono if we do get green flag cycles going. Only 60 laps of racing. I say only, but it's a 2.5 mile track. So yeah, that's actually... Dang, that's actually quite a bit. It's like 150 miles, I think. Yeah, decent race for them. So tune in for that. Do got some racing going on this week. Trucks and Cup going to Kentucky. ARCA going to USA International. This is the final race of the regular season for both Trucks and ARCA. Last chance for those guys to lock their way into the playoffs, get the regular season championship, whatever you need to do. And then the playoffs will start next week. And then Cup will be kicking off their round of 12 at Kentucky Wednesday night. So tune in for that. Thank you all for tuning in. You all stay safe. And